Welcome to the Mulberry Book Drop, episode 7. Where in the world has this year gone?
Oh, it's just crazy. Okay, pop quiz.
Oh, no.
Are you ready?
I guess.
Okay. Have you started your holiday shopping yet?
As of recording this, no. As of the time when this dropped, I really hope so.
If not, oh, I haven't started either. It's okay. And by the time that this airs, I probably would not have started either. It's okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a favorite holiday tradition?
Ooh, I do. So our kids actually have their own Christmas trees, like small trees.
Cute.
Yes. So every year on Christmas Eve, they get to open one gift, and it's the ornament that my husband and I buy them, so that when they turn 18 someday, they get to take their tree and all their ornaments with them.
Cool.
Yeah, so we always try to pick something out that kind of reminds us of them that year. So, you know, sometimes maybe it's like an instrument they play, or, you know, favorite football team, whatever. Like some memory from the year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so for me, things are weird because, like, I don't live at home with my parents anymore. So I'm, like, trying to think of traditions.
No Christmas pajamas or...
No, but we usually go around to, like, everybody's house. So I guess now it's my turn to do that, to go around to everybody's house. Yeah. So we usually, like, go to my grandma and grandpa's and do Christmas with them. And then my other grandparents and my aunt and uncles and everybody. Thankfully, almost my entire family does live in this general area, so I do get to see everybody for the most part. So I guess we just all try to spend time with each other. So yeah, I guess that's a tradition.
I do have to say, I know a lot of people don't realize, like, our ages or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit older than Sarah.
Nah.
But when I think about what age you are, and I remember where I was at that age, I also was the one driving from one house to the next house to the next house. So I think it's kind of a rite of passage.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
try to
fun.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a good time. So I love getting to see everybody and just spending time with each other. So, okay, so I have another question for you.
Okay.
Have you ever seen, touched, or smelled snow?
Sarah, I'm from New York.
Yeah, oh.
Yes, and yes.
No, yeah.
And if you guys don't know, snow does have a scent.
I didn't know that because I was going to ask you that.
There is something about, like, the air when snow you know how you can smell rain?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, there is something, and I know people are probably going to be like, Bethany, you're crazy. That's not true. But I really, truly believe that there is a smell. Like, there's something in the air when it snows, like this crisp, like...
I wonder if there's a candle, like a snow-scented candle. Like...
It would melt.
That's funny. Oh my gosh, I've only seen snow and touched snow once. I don't remember smelling it, but it was actually band related. It was my senior trip. We were in DC and we were actually on a dinner cruise, and all of a sudden we were like, what is this? What is happening? And, like, we're Floridians. We don't know anything about snow. So, like, a couple people were like, oh my gosh, it's snowing. And then we were walking up into the Arlington Cemetery in our mesh tennis shoes through the snow, and then immediately we got on the bus to head home.
And you know what it feels like to have wet shoes from all the rain. Like, snow does that to you, too. Mm-hmm. It's awful.
And then you start smelling. So I guess the scent that I'm thinking of doesn't smell very good, snow-related, but I'm pretty sure it was us, not the snow that
Yeah,
stunk.
You're thinking of the after effects, not, like, the fresh falling from the sky. Yeah.
Oh, but it was so pretty and so cool. So I am glad that we got to experience it, and we definitely had a snowball fight in the hotel parking lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so last question.
Okay.
What is your favorite food during the holidays?
Oh boy, I love food. But I have to say, I think one of my favorite things that I only get during the holidays, my mother-in-law makes the best Christmas cookies. Mm. And one of the ones that she makes are actually these, like, pineapple-filled cookies.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, she does, like, fig ones and pineapple ones, but those pineapple ones.
I love pineapple.
They melt in your mouth. They're so good.
Wait, who is it again that makes those?
My mother-in-law.
Great. Can I have her number?
Yeah, I'll get a hold of her for you.
Cool, perfect. So mine is also like dessert related. My great grandma had a like homemade apple pie recipe, and so my grandma is very stingy when she makes this apple pie. And so, but when she does it homemade, everything is homemade. The crust, I tried to make it one time. It did not taste the same. It tasted okay. But like the crust is homemade, the filling, like peeled apples, cut up apples. And like when I tell you that people will fight over a slice during the holidays, and all in good fun. But everybody's, and then we're like, can we take some home? And there's never any leftovers.
I mean, I am a pie advocate, so I can understand.
Yeah, so good.
People think that we're crazy in my house, but a lot of times if given the choice between pie and cake,
pie. 100%.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. Was there any more questions, or are we good? Because I was really nervous.
No, we're good.
Okay. Well, we're going to jump right in today, guys. We kind of wanted to talk to you about gift giving and books. Obviously, we are huge advocates for borrowing items from the library, and we want to talk to you today, though, about the idea of maybe giving something, like purchasing a fun gift for somebody that maybe they don't have to return when they're done with it. So something that they can keep forever, but that might still be book related and just a considerate, thoughtful gift. So I guess my first question for you, Sarah, is what's the most memorable book-related gift that you've ever received or maybe given?
Well, I am as well I love giving books as presents, especially as like surprise gifts. But probably receiving wise, there was one Christmas where my stepmom got me like all of the the Twilight books. And with it there was a blanket of a shirtless Jacob from Twilight, which now looking back at it, I was like, I used a blanket with a shirtless guy on it, which was
scandal.
Yes, it was very strange for a 15-year-old to be wrapped up in that, but it is what it is. Everybody else had posters of them on their walls, but that was probably it. And like when I tell you, like all the other gifts I just kind of ignored because I was like, Twilight, book reads, go. So that was probably it for me. So what about you?
Our age difference is showing because you're talking about this blanket and I'm thinking about my New Kids on the Block Donnie pillowcase. So
I love Donnie Wahlberg, but not for different reasons.
When I was thinking about this, there were two gifts that came to my mind because I'm like you. I do love to give book-related gifts. But, I was thinking about what we've received over the years, and one of my favorites was actually something someone gave my husband. Oh. He was a groomsman in one of our good friends' weddings. And, like groomsmen and bridesmaids, like the gift ideas are always pretty general. The girls might get a necklace, the guys might get like a flask engraved with, their initials or whatever. Yeah. But this friend was so creative. He was actually in culinary school at the time. Ooh. Yeah, he gave this really cool, huge hardcover cookbook and then also a chef's knife with it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, and we still have the knife. We still sharpen it. We still use it almost every day.
Oh, I gotta step up my game.
Yeah, it was just so thoughtful and useful and just so every time we see the cookbook or we take that knife out, like we think of him and his wife, and it was just such a nice gift, and the other one, I know you guys know now that I am a runner, but I really struggled with the idea of being a runner when I was first starting. And so when my father-in-law challenged me to run a half marathon and I signed up for it before I really had time to process what I was doing, I started panicking. And a really good friend and neighbor of mine, she gave me a book and just had a little Post-it note on it. And It's called Mile Markers, and it's by Kristen Armstrong. She was actually married to Lance Armstrong. So if you don't know who she is, they're no longer together, but that's, they do still share that last name and stuff. But the whole premise of the book was that, like, anybody can run, but you really have to remember to watch those mile markers along the way. And it's not just about running. It also refers to your life. So don't miss out on those mile markers of your life. Like, it was so beautiful. And I did finish my half marathon faster than I thought I would. And I'm still running. And I still, every time I walk through my living room and I see that book on my shelf, I think of my friend. And it just meant so much to me. And it's like, it's just a book, but like, it's so much more than a book.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something about it. It's like, anybody can give electronics or something, right? Mm-hmm. But when you have something tangible that you can touch and you play with, like, there's something about books and board games.
Oh, yeah.
Something interactive. So whether you're interacting with the characters in the book, or maybe somebody gives you a board game and you're interacting with the people around you, like, it changes it.
Oh, yeah. There was one birthday where my mom actually got me one of those Nook book readers.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I had to have been like 16 at the time, and because she was tired of spending money on me with books, because she was like, oh my goodness, like, you're reading so much. And I actually ended up hating it. So I was just not a big, like, Nook person. And now, at my age, I'm in my 20s, I now have a Kindle, and I actually enjoy reading my Kindle. I can take it anywhere. So it's crazy how those, like, 10-year difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I feel you. But, like, box sets.
Yes.
We love box sets, but we don't like buying them for ourselves.
Yes.
So when anybody gifts somebody else, like the Twilight books, for me, I loved it. Like Harry Potter, that was gifted to me, and it was just perfect. But like, people don't like to spend that much money on themselves. Well, some people don't like to spend that much money on themselves. But when you can, get that, it's really exciting.
Yeah, or especially like when you think about, middle school readers or high school reader, it's that hard age where it's like you maybe have your parents' money sometimes, but you don't have your own money.
Right.
And so when somebody gives you the, like, Percy Jackson box set, or like one of the, something like that, where you're just like, oh my gosh, now I have all of them. Like, I'm not just missing this one book. And
those are the books that you keep.
Yes.
Like, you don't get rid of them, because you're just like, oh my gosh, I still have the Harry Potter ones.
Yeah.
And the Twilight ones.
Well, and how much do you notice, like, people come back, like, a high schooler might come in and all of a sudden they see this book that they used to read when they were younger, and they're like, am I allowed to check this out?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
It's a library book. You can check out anything you want. Go reread it, and then parents will come in and they'll be like, I remember when I had this when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So having that box set sometimes where you can share it with your kids later that's pretty cool, because those things last, sometimes when somebody really loves something like that, it'll last.
Yeah, one thing, I don't like parting with books, except for library books. I return those on time. Promise.
True. But we are fine free.
True.
Well, okay, so let's talk about a couple specific books real quick. Cool. I was kind of thinking about, like, picture books, because obviously we always have, like, little kids maybe that we're shopping for, and we want, like, that one little extra thing to go with the gift that we might have bought them. And the one that stuck out to me when I was thinking about picture books, it's by Billy Crystal, and it's called I Already Know I Love You. And it's actually a book that he wrote for his unborn grandchild.
Aww.
Yes. I don't know if you knew the story of this one, but it was gifted to me when we had our first son. And I read it to all three of our kids multiple times. And I don't think I ever really got through it without getting the shaky voice. Because it would make me want to cry. It is a beautiful, beautiful book.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite picture book for kids?
I do. And I know that we've talked about this in the past, but The Book Hog by Greg Pizzoli, I think I said his name right. But that's just one of those books that if your child is, like, learning to read, or, like, they're shy about not being able to read, I think that one is just a gem. And I still, every time I read it, I too get that shaky voice. See? And then, honestly, anything Pete the Cat by James Dean.
We do love Pete the Cat.
Pete the Cat. I'm not a cat person, but I'm a Pete the Cat person.
I love it. We also talked about cookbooks a minute ago, but I do want to stress like how awesome cookbooks are as a gift because you can find one for virtually anybody. I love, like, I know I'm a vegan. The world has changed. Like, there used to be maybe like 1 or 2 cookbooks available to us, and they had these like weird ingredients that you couldn't find anywhere. But now, I mean, you can find stuff everywhere, and the cookbooks are just endless. So whether you have someone in your life that's vegan or gluten-free or whatever, but you also, like, I was talking to our director. She is she loves her cookbooks.
Oh yeah.
She gets cookbooks in every day. But she was saying that you can never go wrong with like either the Betty Crocker cookbook or the Better Homes and Garden cookbook. I mean, those will never go out of style.
Yeah, I am going to tack on to that and say that the Magnolia cookbooks, there's 2 of them now by my girl Joanna Gaines. Joanna?
I think it's Joanna.
Joanna. I don't know. Okay, well, we're friends. She doesn't know this, but I just got her name wrong. Awkward. But I think both of those books are phenomenal. They have great recipes, and they're easy to follow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And if you have, like, maybe you have somebody getting ready to go away to college, or maybe they've moved out on their own for the first time, like, have you ever seen those cookbooks where it's like 4 ingredients or less?
Yes, I lived by those the first year.
Those are really good because if you're on a budget or if you're still learning how to cook, like, it's a little overwhelming when you see a recipe that has like 15 ingredients.
Oh, yeah.
So, and you can't always afford all 15 of those ingredients.
Right. Relatable.
Yeah. Okay, so the other thing I love, have you ever like been at someone's house and they have like a book on the coffee table and all of a sudden you're like, oh, and you just start flipping through it?
Yes, I grab it. I don't ask. I just grab it.
I don't know if you guys are aware, but coffee table books, I'm pretty sure might be a legit genre, in my opinion. They're usually a book that like you wouldn't buy for yourself because they tend to be really large hardcovers. So, you know, slightly higher price point, but like they'll last forever. And anyone who comes to visit you and sits on your couch and sees it and flips through it, like it will never go to waste. So my current favorite coffee table book, and I think I mentioned this book once before on the podcast, and I'm sorry, but Dolly Parton, Songteller, My Life in Lyrics.
Oh, my goodness. I would love for that to be on my coffee table. Hello. Everybody out there. Gift idea, just saying. I would love that. But you know what I was thinking of?
What's that?
And we've mentioned it on the podcast before.
Oh, no.
But the Matthew McConaughey Greenlights book.
Yes.
So, I mean, I know we listened to it, but there's also the book version, and the book version is really cool. So I think that would be, I think like they have like journal entries, in there. So I think that would be a good one. And what great conversation starters.
Seriously.
So if there's ever like awkward moments, just bring up the coffee table read.
You can just flip to a random page and just start.
He's like, oh wow, interesting.
The other thing I had written down in my like ideas to talk about was animal lovers. I'm sure we all know them. And sometimes animal lovers like a good book to read. So my suggestion for an animal lover is a book by Colin Campbell, and it's called Free Days with George. And it's life lessons that he learned from a very large dog. This man, I read it a while ago, but he was away on like a business trip, came home, found out his wife had decided to leave the marriage and stuff. And so he was struggling, and somebody got him to adopt this very large Newfoundland who was also struggling. This Newfoundland was not ready, to be in a relationship with a human. But they really saved each other. And this dog, like the lessons in the book that he learned from the dog and also from his grandfather, like during his childhood that he took into his adult life, is so beautiful. And just, I love this book. And if you go, you can Google and find pictures of George. He's actually, he became like a surfing dog in California. He's amazing.
I don't read animal books. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I love animal books. I just get very sad I love animals. Animal books. Whoa. I love animals, but I choose not to read animal books because then I get sad. And I don't like being sad. Even though they're great books, everyone tells me that I should. I just don't. So, yeah.
I see, and I thrive on the kindness of animals. So, like, Running with Sherman. Remember when I read that book about the donkey?
Uh-huh.
That was the greatest book. If you guys haven't figured out, I'll read just about anything. Well, okay, so if you don't want to do animal books, how about if we talk about how to decorate?
Ooh.
How would you decorate a book if you were giving it to somebody? What would you do?
Oh my goodness. Well, I would probably... Are we talking about like the cover of the book, or are we just talking about like how would you wrap it?
Like if you were going to gift it to somebody
Okay.
and you wanted to give them just a little bit more than a book, what would you
Okay.
put with it to decorate it?
Ooh. Probably something related to the book.
Okay.
So like, if let's just say for instance it is an animal book,
Mm-hmm.
then like if it's a book about a dog, I may give them like a little stuffed dog, or like, I don't know, frame a picture of my dog that they can hang up in their house.
Cute.
I that would be weird, but you know.
Yeah, but your dogs are very good looking dogs, so I think that would be totally okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So is yours.
Thank you.
Oh, handsome.
Well, and what if you do, so say you get somebody a book that's like a book to film, you could always get the DVD and you could package them together.
That's true. I didn't think about that. Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be solid.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that idea. Oh, another gift idea for Sarah. Just kidding.
There you go. I know what everybody's getting now this year.
Right?
So, you know what else I recently learned?
What?
I don't know if you guys are familiar with anyone who uses Audible. Maybe you use it yourself, but did you know you can actually give like a gift card?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because people purchase like with credits, I guess, or whatever, and you
Okay.
can actually gift credit to somebody who already has an Audible subscription.
Oh, low-key. I think my brother does. Another gift idea.
Wait, so am I
Check.
doing your shopping for
You
you?
sure are. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, no. Okay, well, then I'm going to keep going.
Oh, go ahead.
So what about all those fun places where you can get like mugs and socks that say things like just one more chapter, or what's the other one? Like the socks where on the bottom one sock says so many books and the other says so little time.
Oh, cute.
Right?
I like those. And I also collect mugs. So, I mean, if anyone needs gift ideas for me, there you go.
Wait, how did this become all about you?
You know, I mean, hey, it happens. It's cool.
Okay.
No.
So I'm going to give you, because you said last month that you were getting ready to start your like book club. Like you were kind of in the process.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's one that I came up with for you.
Okay.
And I think I saw this one somewhere else, so it's not 100% my own idea. But what about making somebody book club in a box?
Oh, I love. Oh, that would be so cool.
And you could do this, guys, with like as many or as few. Like, say you want to do a book club with a couple of your best friends, but like it would be really expensive to buy 12 books for every person.
Right.
But like, what if you gifted just the first couple of months? Or maybe your book club only meets every 2 or 3 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you wrap them up and you put little notes on them that's like, don't open until February, you know, or our next meeting is like, you could do little fun labels on them and stuff.
Oh, that would be cool. What are those? They're like the calendar things. What are those called?
Like an advent calendar?
Yes. Oh, that would be so cool to do with a book club.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, so many ideas.
See, guys, you can make it fun.
Yes.
Books are not just books.
Right. Well, and I wanted to put this out there. So my Christmas tree, we did this one year in the library, and that's where I originally got the idea. But how I decorate my Christmas tree is actually with books. So it was a book that we wouldn't be able to, you know, it couldn't be put in checkout, and it was just kind of so destroyed that we also couldn't sell it. So I was able to just take the pages out of there, and that's what I decorated my tree with, was like different book page ornaments and stuff. So there's so much to do with books. But that was with the book that couldn't have been salvaged. Remember?
I can attest to that because I
Yes.
saw the book.
Yeah.
I did.
So, yeah. Oh.
But that's cool too because that's even more personal. Like you could make an ornament out of like a book that maybe, like Sarah said, you can't use anymore for anything, and then give that with the book to a person.
Oh, that'd be so
Yeah,
cool.
that's cool. This was really fun. Did you have anything else or?
No, I think that's it. I think I should really start my shopping now.
Okay.
So, and now that I have a ton of ideas, thank you for those.
You're welcome.
Because now everybody, well, if you're anybody in my family, you now know what you're getting for Christmas. So, act surprised.
I love it. Okay. Oh, so every month we've been doing What Are You Reading Now?
Oh, yeah.
So Sarah, what are you reading now?
So I am, based off of last month, I'm actually reading The Night Swim.
You are?
I'm only a few pages into it.
Okay.
So, but I also read this book every year in December. And so I know that we're not in December yet, but we're getting there. But Call Me Mrs. Miracle by Debbie Macomber. I think I'm saying the title right. So I don't have the book in front of me, but I try to read that every year.
I might have to look into that one. I've been trying to read a holiday book each year since I started at the library because Christmas books and holiday books, they seem to be very popular.
Yeah. Well, I'm a huge Hallmark, freeform Christmas movies. I live for them. So December, that's where you will find me. Mm-hmm. So, but what are you reading?
I actually, same as you, I'm only a couple pages in, so I can't speak too much to it. But I'm starting Florence Adler Swims Forever. It's by Rachel Beanland, and I believe Florence, the main character, decides she wants to swim the English Channel. Oh. So I'm kind of trying to go in a little blind. I find I like to do that because I don't like to be swayed too much by reviews or whatever the book flap tries to tell me. I'll be honest, I liked the cover.
Oh.
There was something about the cover that just made me kind of I think I want to read this.
Oh, cool.
So, and then it was two people returned it and they said they enjoyed it, but didn't really, I was don't tell me too much else. So
I want to read it.
Yeah, so I'm going to give it a try, but I'm excited about that one.
Cool.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think in closing, maybe want to just remind people about what we got going on in Mulberry for the holidays?
Yes. So we're coming to that busy time where the city just comes together and does everything. So December 3rd, we have the tree lighting ceremony going on, and that is at the Gym Theater. And then on December 11th, we have
our Christmas parade in Christmas Village.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know if you guys have ever been to the Mulberry Christmas Parade in Christmas Village. It is really fun.
It is.
I don't know what it is. Spence Park is just such a nice little area, and everybody's just always in such a good mood. And little fun fact, last year Sarah and I, along with one of our other coworkers, got to drive the commissioners in the Jeep and the mayor, and it was so
much
fun.
Oh my goodness.
So we already were can we do it again? But I have watched the parade before, and I also was on the library float the one year.
Yeah.
But to drive it with the mayor and the commissioners, and to see everybody waving and yelling their names, and just how excited everybody was, it was just different.
It was. I actually ended up leading the parade in the vehicle that I was in, and I had the mayor and one of the other commissioners, and the usually the fire department goes first, but they didn't know the route, which, fun fact, neither did I. And I said, well, I'll just make sure to drive where the people aren't. And then they always have police blocked off and stuff like that. So that was so fun.
It was.
And I was like, oh my goodness, they're trusting us to drive these vehicles. I was like, oh. So
it was really fun. And honestly, if you're in our community, you already know this. If you're not in our community, you should know this. But our mayor and our commissioners, they're top notch. They're just good people.
Oh yeah.
They're so fun, and they just love Mulberry so much. And it shows. It really shows.
Oh yeah. So come out to that, and you also get to see us, and it's not just here, can you check my books in? Can you check it out? You can stop and you can talk to us for a minute, So that's also super nice.
That's true. There was one, I can't remember which munchkin it was, but there was somebody that yelled at the Jeep at me and was like, it's the library lady. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm the library lady.
I'm famous. Oh my goodness.
But it's they don't always connect when they see you outside the building. It's kind of like when your kid sees their teacher at the grocery store for the first time.
Yeah.
And like Sarah said, it's fun because we get to just be out there and talking to people, and it's awesome.
And they always have super fun activities. There's always food, different vendors that are selling things. So, hey, you can always come, and if you need to do some last minute Christmas shopping, you can come to it and, get those last minute gifts. So
for sure. This was fun.
It was. Oh, now I'm excited.
I know. All right, guys. Well, we will be back next month with our last episode for 2021.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Already?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That's insane.
All right. Well, bye y'all.
Bye.